Welcome to Your School News. I'm William Shakar.
And I'm Thomas Jones. Today's headlines include Ogden Elementary holds Family Code Night, NHCS launches new bus tracking app, and Murrayville Elementary hosts Make a Child Smile event.
Our top stories this week. Families from around the area came together at Ogden's Family Code Night. Students got the chance to fire up the iPads and use puzzles to code 16 schools are on the board with a coding program in New Hanover County and are hosting different similar events. Family Code Night is a whole school family event that dramatically ignites coding and computer science learning at any elementary school and in family. The program uniquely engages children K through 5 and their parents or guardians in the delightful experience of doing their first hour of computer programming together. In an early evening special school program, family participation is a simple but profound innovation in this event. It changes the trajectory of a child's computer science learning and the family's appreciation and support for that learning. The result is a memorable school experience, a powerful, mobilized school community, and a new family, social, and school momentum and direction to drive future computer science learning.
We'll have an opening session where we give just basic information about how the puzzles work, and then we'll begin to do the puzzles, and from time to time, about every 5 minutes, we'll stop for a tip time, and we'll give a tip and incorporate a big idea. And at the end of the evening, we'll have a big ideas contest for the kids.
The New Hanover County Board of Education recently held their monthly meeting. I was on hand and filed the full report. The December Board of Education meeting drew a large crowd as a vote was expected for elementary and middle school redistricting. Let's get right to the board notes. Under recognition of achievement, there was a community partnership presentation by Soaring as Eagles, which showcased how they supported students in our schools. That was followed by School Spotlight featuring J.C. Rose Center. Then there was a first ever for the NHCS Board of Education. Holly Shelter had a Taekwondo demonstration which included punches, kicks, rolls, and a breaking of boards. After those awards were handed out to the NC Elementary Honors Chorus and the Hoggarts High School Women's Cross Country Team, who won the 2019 state championship. After a lengthy call to the audience and routine administrative personnel, board member Nelson Bullier gave the Headstart license program, expenditure report, and in-kind report. Then, it was the agenda item we were all waiting for. Under old business was elementary and middle school redistricting. After a discussion about the final map, the board approved it from 5 to 2. One report was given under information about the EduLog parent portal implementation, which is happening this month across the district. Under Superintendents Report, Dr. Markley gave an update on bus drivers taking the test to be hired. Under Board Chairman's Report, the dates for a work session was discussed, and a change to the April 7th, 2020 regular meeting of the board was moved to April 14th because of spring break. Under consensus items, John Welmers presented personnel, which was approved. A second section of old business was on the agenda. Policy for second reading, Policy 6082 Employee Code of Ethics was approved. The board agreed to have someone come to the January meeting to present information on a policy service. And the 2020-2021 curriculum course guide revisions were approved. There was one item for discussion under new business, a lease of activity bus to New Hanover County, which was approved. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 7th, 2020, at 5:30 p.m. at the Board of Education Center, 1805 South 13th Street. As always, if you cannot attend the meeting in person, you can always watch the rebroadcast right here on NHCS TV. Board meetings can also be watched online and on our YouTube page. With your board notes for December, this is Thomas Jones. It was an eventful night at Rolling Rice Middle's recent STEM Expo. It's the third year for the event that features community members from all members of STEM, including bee farming, aquaculture, geological research, environmental engineering, data analysis, and actuarial sciences. Science fair projects were also available for viewing and was a hands-on experience with NHCS's newest technologies.
New Hanover County Schools will launch a new online reporting system for stakeholders on December 9th, 2019. NHCS Concerns and Resolution Process Center will allow parents, students, employees, and community members to report a complaint or concern online confidentially 24 hours a day, 365 days per year, at any location. This new system will be powered by a third-party company, Ethics 360, and will allow for reporting to be done anonymously or on a name bias. The website nhcs.ethics360.com will allow our stakeholders to view student conduct, bullying, and harassment policies, report an issue, and check the status of their concern. Stockholders will be able to report concerns on but not limited to bullying, harassment, intimidation, discrimination, parent concerns, community concerns, and employee concerns. Through NHCS Concerns and Resolution Process Center, the district will be able to triage matters to the appropriate school or division and allow the incident to be monitored until a resolution has been met. Those who report a claim will receive a PIN that will allow them to check updates or correspond with a district responder. The program will also allow New Hanover County Schools to store data, run reports, and identify trends. For stakeholders who are unable to access the site or make an online concern, they are still able to contact central office with their concern, and a district representative will log the concern with Ethics 360.
New Hanover County Schools has partnered with Education Logistics, also known as EduLog, to provide access to a parent portal for tracking their students' school bus arrival times. The new parent portal is available for parents to use now. However, NHCS asks parents to not rely 100% on the app until our go-live date of January 2nd, 2020. Until then, the NHCS will be testing and troubleshooting any possible issues. The EduLog app will provide critical real-time data to parents, stated Eddie Anderson, Assistant Superintendent of Operations Education Logistics. EduLog offers school bus routing software solutions, school bus GPS tracking systems, student ridership, fleet and driver management solutions, and more. EduLog's integrated software for school transportation will improve accuracy, efficiency, and safety for New Hanover County schools. EduLog has been a leader in transportation routing for the past 40 years, providing school districts with a parent portal that works in conjunction with the GPS tracking system on every bus. The game-changing tracking application is secure and easy to use. Science Olympiad is a great event each year that allows students to learn so much. Students at Ogden Elementary are getting a head start on preparing for their event. Let's send it over to the news team for this special report.
Studio is pleased to take you on a visit Science Olympiad practice. Science Olympiad is a fun and educational opportunity that 4th and 5th graders can try out for. Students come to weekly practices to learn from their coaches and prepare for the events. Some students are learning about birds, plants, and nature in the backyard biologist, while other students are learning how to design a bottle rocket which must fly through the air and deploy a parachute in 3, 2, 1 blast off. There is a lot of hard work that goes into being a member of the Ogden Science Olympiad team. Students must show appropriate behavior at all times during the school day and at practice. Prepare for their events by studying outside of school, and of course they must be great teammates. We are very proud of all our Olympians.
Over at Trask Middle, they're switching up things with some glow-in-the-dark fun. 6th grade science teacher Miss Biggs turned her classroom into a glow-in-the-dark review game to play glow games before the test. Her science students played the games to review for their energy unit test. Each station was set up with task cards and a game. Once a student read the task card at the station, they were able to play the game at the station. Each student had an opportunity to read and answer a task card at each station, as well as play the game. Students' average test scores notably increased after they played the glow games, and students had so much fun.
Get ready for Cultural Arts Night at Wrightsboro Elementary. The school hosts their Scholastic Book Fair and Art Gallery Walk, featuring a display of art lesson samples using various media. Students will serve as guides to assist families and answer questions. Coach Sheeran will also recognize physical fitness superstars from grade 1 through 5 who have achieved presidential and national standards on this year's physical fitness test. Third grade students will perform Fa La La Land. You can catch all of us this December 10th from 5:30 to 7.
This year marks the 16th annual Make a Child Smile event, a wonderful experience where children learn the importance of giving and receiving some gifts of their own as well. The event is hosted by the NHCS Sheriff's Department every year in an effort to teach children that it feels good to give. The gifts that the children receive are all donated by kids and their families to further promote the spirit of giving. This year, the event certainly lived up to its name, as every kid was gifted a new bike as well as other toys, leaving them with smiles from ear to ear. To further add to the excitement and joy, the kids were able to meet Santa himself and tell him what they wanted for Christmas, as well as learn a little bit more about giving from the most famous giver of all. This is your school news on cable and online. Look for our blue logo for all its latest news online at www.nhcs.net. Also make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.